What makes a sports anime good? Is it the outstanding animation, the absolute hype moments providing a feeling of achievement, the reactions through subverting the expectations of the onlookers, or simply the personal attachment of a viewer to a particular sport itself, which makes a particular sports anime special to them? The answer is, I don't know, don't ask me. But what I do know is that while in the process of thinking about it, there was this one scene from this one anime that kept replaying in my mind over and over again. So out of curiosity, I rewatched that scene and suddenly I remembered that this is why I love Haikyuu. So let me take you through what in my mind is the greatest moment of Haikyuu. Our story begins at the very end. Episode 11 of Haikyuu to the Top Part 2. Squared. The flightless crows of Karasuno have made it all the way to the nationals, where they are now face to face with the twin monsters of Inarizaki High School. The exhilarating game has entered its last set, and with the tied score of 25 is where the episode begins. The start of this episode already serves us with a great moment of quick thinking and balance in a high pressure situation, as Hinata mid-air kicks the ball in the other half of the court, scoring them a crucial point which otherwise would have been costly for them. Everyone looks exhausted given we are at the last moments of an exciting game. Karasuno has been pushed to the very extreme by the consistently relentless attacks of the opponents, but Hinata remains unfazed and lifts up the team by his optimism even if they continue to barely keep up. Their tense expressions and the exhaustion in not only their voices but movements as well clearly expresses their desire to push themselves no matter what. The match continues to rotate back and forth with each team trying their best to one-up the other, outsmart each other. I love this scene. And what started as a 25 tied game now sits at a score of 31-30 in favor of Karasuno. But this is where things begin to slowly take a turn for the worse, or more specifically, the pressure of the situation and Karasuno's wish to score one final point makes the players lose their cool and speed up their attack. You see, speed is fast. Speed is cool, speed is good, but speed alone doesn't guarantee victory over your opponents in a game. For that, you need to remain level-headed and unfazed. Any strategically and physically challenging sport such as football, baseball, or in this case, volleyball, require your focus and attention throughout the duration of the game. But while playing, it's easy to lose yourself in the moment where everyone is pushing themselves further and further in the momentum of the game, without a thought to the benefits or dangers of doing so in the near future. This makes them forget the importance of conserving their energy, which is exactly what everyone in Team Karasuno is experiencing at the moment. While being caught up in maintaining the speed of the game and exhausting themselves further, they don't heed to the advice of the coach, let alone hear the voices from their bench, who can only watch them devolve from afar. Their constant barrage of attacks makes their movements hasty, jittery. The edges of the screen seem to close in on themselves, showcasing how shallow their field of view has become. They are constantly speeding up. Their legs can barely keep up with the pace of the game, which doesn't give the opponent time to settle, but also takes away the breath of Karasuno's player, who constantly try to maintain the gap and end the game in one final stroke. As a result of their struggle to keep up, they sink deeper and deeper into darkness.
That's mine!
No words are enough to describe this feeling. In fact, no words are needed to express these emotions that Haikyuu's greatest scene expresses through action. The transition from the dark spiral the team was falling down seconds ago to the cheery, bright and emotional atmosphere is created in a split second through Hinata's simple action of a slow and high first touch. As the ball spins ever so slowly, the camera cuts to the reactions of everyone as they physically and mentally pull back from their fast momentum they had built up till now. All of them finally have a chance to catch their breath, with their eyes fixated on the ball, which now seems frozen still, having hit the apex. Volleyball, like many other sports, is a game of speed and strategy. It's easy to get worked up and lose yourself in the speed of the game, but to only focus on one aspect is without a doubt detrimental to the players involved. But in that moment of descent to demise, a player's ability to pull back and look at the bigger picture at hand creates a safe space for not only himself, but by extension, the entire team. The beauty of that moment moves Sugawara to tears, and it definitely did the same to me. Just hearing the reverbing sound of the volleyball as it leaves Hinata's hands already gives off a sense of fulfillment, to the point watching the game come to an end moments after feels like an added bonus instead of being the destination, even though the rest of the journey to reach that point is fucking brilliant. The greatness of this moment relies on so many factors, from an incredible build-up, the great animation alongside the direction taking things up a notch, and to finish it off, an even greater payoff as the intensity of the atmosphere vanishes into thin air. This great scene is also a lesson in disguise about how sometimes you need to take things slowly and steadily. This moment has been living rent-free in my head, and I now understand why it left such a long-lasting impression on me. One that I couldn't forget for years. It wasn't the outstanding animation, the exciting story, or the moments full of hype that made Haikyuu as a sports anime special to me, but rather it was the silent, calm, and composed nature of this scene that has stuck with me and left me with a great deal of appreciation for Haikyuu. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me your favorite Haikyuu moment down below. That's it. Thanks for watching.